All right, let this be the last vlog of the day. I got to admit also that I was under very good behaviors at this meeting. And I'm not saying I usually don't behave. I'm just saying that if people find it hard to talk to me, like let's say today, they were still being treated with kid gloves, when it comes to the captain of accountability or transparency or a culture repair, being disappointed in the people in leadership or high responsibility roles. But one of the dreams I had, which I'm still feeling the mood of it, is I'm not sure in the dream near the end if I was that young person or if it's linked to, because I think it was a boy, or it's linked to the story of Tumber Ridge with what looks like a female shooter that may or may not be of high school age. We don't know yet. And and I'm not in a rush to find out, but I wonder if in the dream you see this child that had been treated poorly by such a large percentage of people, and that happens in schools, by the way, and that they just said, I don't care anymore. And that's the only comforting thing that child could say under duress when it accumulates, right? The disappointments of how they're being treated, especially when they try to be a good person. In whatever community they belong to. So for me, I'm still upset about that part of the dream. And it could be that young lady, if it was a young lady, went there because we're a culture that promotes guns and that does not block, the kind of brainwashing you get, from violent video games or violent movies and that doesn't have, psychological care, health care before events happen as much as after events happen that are unfortunate and that should wake up people, but they don't, right? Culture doesn't change because our species can't self-correct anymore. So I'm very still feeling the I don't care part, and it's so easy with the way I'm treated over long periods of time to feel this, except I can't go there, right, where this young woman went to because I have too many human thinking tools and I made too much progress. And I'm somebody that can help somebody that's feeling like this, and I explained for years now that the kind of despair I had in my depressions became shorter and shorter in time for me to get over it. And I'm talking about despair, which is a pretty intense extreme of a feeling, and how I can manage it. But this dream makes me still a bit like I'm feeling it. And I don't know if it's linked to me or linked to this storyline, and somehow it was me in the dream. I've had enough. I don't care. And I've thought or felt that in the past in ways that were more permanent in the past or lasted longer in my younger days. And yet I've never gone there. I've always become somebody learning more skill sets that benefit communities and also never stopping to help. Like the fact I'm still offering myself to a lot of the communities that have been abusive to me. You can tell again, other than love, one of my priorities is being of service. And this buddy of mine is something I care about. Sometimes I wonder if I'm making him happy enough, because I want him to desperately be happy because he brings so much happiness in my life, but he also deserves it. And sometimes, yeah, there's obstacles, not just for my own happiness, but his happiness in communities like this. And sometimes, eventually I'll have enough and I'll leave here, but I won't leave here, with incidents. I'll leave here where there'll be more people appreciating me at that time, right? Just like in Ladysmith, when I arrived there, I was in rough shape. I needed their help. And then when I left, it was apparent they needed my help, except they didn't want my help. They were going downhill as I went uphill, and eventually there was such a divide in my personal development and their devolution. And of course, it's a species phenomenon. It's not just Ladysmith. That, eventually you got to keep looking for any Homo sapiens around the world or human communities or people that match the standards of responsible adults. And again, I've assessed the school district here enough. I've assessed the health authority here enough. I've assessed provincial, federal service providers enough. And I can tell you that it's not money that's going to make it better. It's the human factor. It's what's missing in the human factor. It's not what's missing in GDP. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say because you kind of know it. And the reason that you don't talk about it or do something about it is your intellectual laziness. You don't want to do anything about it. You're gone. You'll continue to have kids and grandkids, and you'll continue to pursue more wealth or assets or consumption as opposed to more self-actualizing into, becoming real humans with human levels of sentience and sapience.